and went and got a house somewhere else.
Could you do it? Yes, sir. For those who don't understand, Tip had some infidelities with a girl who I hired, and that girl is one of the reasons why I got my own house.
I ain't never been fake. What's happening? How y'all doing out there today? I hope you're having a great night. It ain't nothing about we too old. I would never fight my friend. I actually love.
The internet doesn't sleep, especially when it comes to drama inside the Harris family. Just when people thought things finally calmed down after years of controversies, a new rumor exploded like wildfire. A rumor involving T.I., Tiny Harris, and Tiny's former best friend, Shekinah. And the craziest part? Fans are now convinced a DNA test changed everything. Nobody expected this storyline in 2025. Because for the longest time, Shekinah wasn't just someone Tiny knew. She was someone Tiny loved like a sister. She lived with her. She defended her, she cried for her, she fought for her. That friendship felt unbreakable. And T.I.? He tolerated Shekinah because Tiny did. They all existed in the same circle. But clearly something dark was brewing behind the scenes. The streets say the DNA rumor didn't come out of nowhere. It started with tiny signs. Tiny and Shekinah suddenly unfollow each other after being inseparable for over a decade. No explanation, no statements, just silence. And social media detectives? They live for moments like that. They started digging. Through old clips, old interviews, old shade, trying to decode what really happened.
Listen, man, I'ma just be real. The chemistry of you and I cannot be duplicated. You can put you with somebody else, you can put me with somebody else, you ain't gonna get the same thing, man. You know what I mean? It ain't the same fireworks, it ain't the same combustion. You just can't get it.
You're so stupid.
I know it.
That's very stupid.
I hear you.
I know our relationship has too much history just to throw away.
Yeah, let me see who in this bedroom.
Boy, please. Tip just needs to step up. If it's me he wants, then he needs to show me. Show me that he's fighting for what he...
One thing fans noticed. T.I. and Shekinah have always had tension. Shekinah talked too much, joked too wild, and wasn't afraid to call T.I. out. There were multiple moments where the vibe felt off, like T.I. didn't respect her, and Shekinah didn't care what he thought. But Tiny always kept peace between them. That peace did not last. There was one old argument fans started reposting everywhere. Shekinah was defending T.I. and Tiny against some allegations, and moments later, she turns around and blames Tiny for putting her in chaos. She starts crying, saying she never should have gotten involved in Harris family mess. That breakdown suddenly looks different in 2025. Like maybe there was deeper pain hiding.
I'm crying because it's hurtful, friend, buddy. I heard what Willie said. Willie, her friend. He said she recruit her. I don't know. I don't know her. She told y'all in the post that I don't know her. How the could a wannabe person speak on them when I didn't know her, okay? And I'm not in nothing. And I just cleared my name. For all you miserable people who want to keep attaching me to it, and that's what you do. But I'm not in a goddamn thing, okay? I've never, ever, 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 ever seen nobody in that type of life. But what y'all...
But let's shift to the rumor that has Twitter losing its mind. It starts with a comment under a shady blog post that claimed a DNA test revealed something nasty. A comment that said, "Everybody knows that's T.I.'s baby. Why do y'all think Tiny doesn't rock with her anymore?" Nobody believed it at first. People laughed. People ignored it. But then Shekinah posted a video, emotional and mad. She said people were lying on her name and dragging her into nonsense. She said she's tired of being blamed for everything in Tiny and T.I.'s marriage. But what caught attention was how she didn't clearly deny the baby rumor at first. She danced around it. She insulted people. She cried. But she didn't say, "This is 100% false," at least not in the beginning. And the internet grabbed that hesitation like fireworks. Now, where does Tiny fit into all of this? Well, Tiny is the queen of shady, silent responses. She doesn't scream. She posts quotes. And every quote she posted felt like a dagger. Posts about loyalty. Posts about betrayal. Posts about people smiling in your face but wishing for your downfall. Posts about women you let in your home. Fans were like, okay, she's talking about Shekinah. And then the real gas was thrown onto the fire. Tiny liked a comment that said Shekinah had always been jealous of her life. People screenshotted it in seconds. It spread everywhere. You know the internet. Once they decide someone is guilty, it becomes a court without rules. But the real turning point was when someone online claimed a close source said that T.I. secretly took a DNA test. Not just any DNA test, one that allegedly connects him to a baby rumor linked to Shekinah. Again, none of this is confirmed by anyone involved. But the internet doesn't wait for confirmation. It creates its own truth. Fans instantly connected dots. Why did Tiny cut Shekinah off after all those years? Why did their sisterhood suddenly die? Why did Shekinah have a meltdown months ago crying about being blamed for things she had no control over? Why has T.I. been extra calm lately? Almost too calm? People started saying his silence feels like guilt. If nothing happened, why not deny it? Why not protect Tiny publicly? Why act like the whole situation doesn't exist? But here's the part that makes everything crazier. Tiny and Shekinah were always on live together, always laughing, always oversharing. If Shekinah did something that deep, Tiny wouldn't be quiet for this long unless the truth hurts more than the fight. People close to Tiny claim she is heartbroken, not just because of the rumor, but because she truly loved Shekinah like family. She opened doors for her. She brought her into fame. She trusted her with private pain, with her home, with her kids around. So if there's even a hint of betrayal, that's something Tiny wouldn't forgive easily. Fans noticed Tiny spending more time with her children and close family, looking like she's rebuilding her peace. But that peace looks fragile. Like she's choosing silence because if she speaks, it'll burn everything to the ground. Tiny has always fought for her marriage. She stayed through rumors. She stayed through scandals. She stayed when many wives would have walked away. But maybe this rumor was the one that crossed a line no woman can ignore. Meanwhile, Shekinah is still talking. She went live again, angry, saying people are evil for making up lies. But the tone is different now. She's defensive. She's calling bloggers broke and clout chasers. But she isn't calling Tiny her sister like she used to. She isn't saying, "We're still good." She isn't apologizing. She's fighting the air. Some fans think Shekinah is furious because the rumor is completely false. Others think she's angry because it's getting too close to the truth. And the way the internet works? Every emotional reaction is treated as evidence. The craziest part is T.I. hasn't commented. At all. He continues posting positivity, music, family life, like a scandal isn't brewing right next to him. That silence is louder than any statement could ever be. Because when a man is truly innocent, he usually fights to clear his name. When a man is guilty, silence becomes his shield. Now people are wondering if this rumor is why Tiny and T.I. have been distant publicly, why she stopped commenting under his posts, why she hasn't been smiling next to him in interviews. People believe the marriage might be hanging by a thin thread again. Social media is now split into teams. Team Tiny believes Tiny is hurting quietly and trying to figure out how to protect her family again. Team Shekinah claims Tiny is being messy behind the scenes and letting lies destroy a long friendship. And then there's a third group, the ones blaming T.I. for always being the chaos in the room. Celebrities are reacting too. Other reality stars are throwing shade with subliminal posts. Famous gossip accounts are counting likes and comments as proof. It's like the entire entertainment world is waiting for someone to slip and reveal the truth. But here is what makes this situation dangerous. When a rumor gets big enough, the pressure forces the truth out. If the rumor is fake, someone will show receipts soon. If the rumor is real, someone will break under the guilt. People are already betting on what will happen next. Will Tiny come out and publicly defend her marriage? Or will she finally say, she's done? Will Shekinah release private messages and expose everything? Or will she disappear to avoid digging herself deeper? Will T.I. continue ignoring everything until it goes away? Or will he be forced to claim the rumor is false? Nobody knows yet. But the tension in the air is thick. One move from any of them could flip this entire story upside down. Fans think this is just the beginning. They say more evidence might surface. They say a real DNA test could come out. They say this scandal isn't over, not even close. So now, the world is watching Tiny like a hawk. Every post, every word, every facial expression, every silence. Because silence speaks. And right now, Her silence is screaming louder than any accusation online. At the end of the day, whether the rumor is true or not, it already damaged relationships permanently. Tiny doesn't trust Shekinah. Shekinah doesn't trust Tiny. And T.I. is pretending everything is fine while the house burns quietly behind him. And maybe, just maybe, the truth isn't even about a baby. Maybe the real betrayal happened long before this rumor went viral. Maybe the friendship died years ago, and this scandal finally exposed the cracks that were always there. But one thing is guaranteed: the truth will come out. It always does. Until then, the internet will continue choosing sides. People will continue digging. Opinions will keep spinning. And the Harris marriage will stay under the microscope like it has been for years. Because Hollywood love is never simple. It's never quiet. And it definitely never stays private. What do you think? Is this just messy gossip? Or is there something deeper going on behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts, because somebody is lying, and the truth is getting ready to knock on the door. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next twist. Because trust me, this story is far from finished, and the next chapter might be the one nobody is ready for.